We are going to have that IPA study report soon, and I would like to request Shri Madan Mohan Reddy, Co-Chairman for the International Trade Committee of IPA, to brief the August gathering on the study report conducted by IPA. Please put your hands together to welcome Shri Madan Mohan Reddy ji for his address, please.
The Indian pharma industry has achieved significant growth in both domestic and global market for the last 5 decades. From contributing just 5% of the medicine consumption in 1969, the remaining is from the global pharma. And today, the share of made in India medicines in India pharma market is now robust 80% in 2020. More importantly, during this period, we also established leading position in the global generic pharmaceutical landscape, and today we contribute more than 20% by volume of global generic market and more than 60% the global demand of vaccines. The industry is playing key role in driving improvement of public health outcome both in India and global market. The pharma sector has been contributing significantly to Indian economy growth as one of the top 10 sectors in reducing trade deficit and attracting the foreign direct investment. The pharmaceutical sector attracted cumulative FDI inflow worth 20 billion between 2000 April to September 2022. It is of prime importance also due to trade surplus. It has been generating with pharmaceutical exports accounting $20.7 billion and imports of $2.3 billion in 2020. The industry employs over 2.7 million people either directly or indirectly and ranks third in terms of volume and 14th in terms of value globally. The pharmaceutical exports from the country have seen growth of 3.25% at $25.39 billion during this 22-23, and our major exports destinations are US, Europe, Africa and Asian countries. The industry aspires to grow $120 to $130 billion by 2030. To achieve this, one of the main components will be to enhance that our export of pharmaceutical products by consolidating the current market and also explore other large under unpenetrated markets. Despite India demonstrating its ability as a pharmaceutical powerhouse by virtue of being largest generic manufacturer in the world and the largest supplier of COVIDs to the world, there are still certain hurdles that we face when it comes to being able to effortlessly export medicines around the globe. Keeping this in perspective, we undertook a study which has assessed existing trade barriers faced by Indian pharmaceutical companies, key export destinations, and provide recommendations that may be used as an inputs by the industry in the export markets and also form inputs for FDA CECA discussions with the Government of India. The report of being is prepared inspiration from the National Trade Estimate Report of Foreign Trade Barriers by the US government. This is the first report, and our intention is to keep updating the report, and we go forward also analyze export markets in coming time. Extensive stakeholders consultations with industry representatives from the subjective countries were conducted to gather valuable insights and purposefully enhancing the report's credibility and relevance. The reports are intended to shed some light on some of these barriers so that they can be remedied, and we can ensure smooth and efficient trade with our partners. Further, given the industry is one of the strategic industry continuing hugely the Indian economy, the benefits of enhancing exports from the sector will bring corresponding to the gains to the India. The reports has been concluded thanks to efforts of ELP and Pharmaxel and IPA in sorting the wheat from the chaff and creating a product that provides a single resource of understanding and regulatory environment of a country at a glance. The report covers some of the key export destinations for the pharmaceutical products, that is in Australia, Canada, Israel, UAE, UK, United States, and the market access barriers introduced by jurisdictions. In Australia, despite being one of India's closest allies, these are some barriers that are challenged. The mandatory requirement to set up a sponsor in Australia to export pharmaceutical is onerous. This is a separate entity who must be present physically in Australia all times to import goods and manage documentary requirements. And Canada generics would benefit from some policy changes. There is no exclusivity for marketing generics. Also, for a generic drug to be treated as an equivalent to a patent drug, the drug must contain an identical amount of identical medicinal ingredients. This is very inflexible criteria for not equivalence and must be changed. As per Israel, is a mandate approval in third-party reference countries before it approves many medicines. The create barrier is getting approved by any new and unique drug. Also, in the context of public procurement, Israel follows a closed tendering process which makes government tenders inaccessible. UAE, the price for drugs is fixed in according to the price in the country of origin and does not account of any additional cost of business is getting product to the UAE. Given to the good communication changes that Indian government has with the UAE, this can be addressed in good time. As for UK concern, if a drug is from a non-European economic area country where there is no separate equivalence agreement, it undergoes a complete qualitative and quantitative analysis. Ideally, India must broker a deal with UK to accept our GMP certificate and similar documentation in order to hasten the process of getting Indian drugs to the UK, maybe under the framework of the ongoing FDI negotiations. US concerns, the FDA approval process continues to be cumbersome and costly. Trials tend to several years and administrative delays are common. India is a strong position to be the supplier of choice of medicines, though its technical competence, installed capacity, and medicine manufacturing. Even after being a major supplier to the US, it is discriminated and still is not to the list of Trade Agreement Act compliant countries, which hampers Indian supplies to the US government. Request is to consider India is to be part of TAA designated list of countries. Patent law issue is the US where patent thickest and product hopping constitute a significant concern. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to all who all present at this event. Your presence and participation were invaluable. We sincerely hope that the insights shared with us in the informed and effective procurement and policy discussions, ultimately contributing to positive outcomes and advancements in respective fields. Thank you very much.